Hey everybody. I hope you can't hear the air conditioner, but that's what this thing is for. Because I ain't turning it off. It's 99 degrees Fahrenheit outside. No way am I turning off that AC. So today, there's a new episode of the Padverb podcast, it being Thursday. Hate to play favorites, but you know, podcasts are not children. This is my favorite of the bunch so far. Podcast episode number 007, my conversation with Richard Firth Godbey here about his book on the history of emotions. Don't have the full title committed to memory, but there it is. It's a lot of fun, so hey, check it out. Also, most recent Padverb podcast poll question on the topic of emotions. Would you like your gadgets to be emotionally intelligent? Yes, I want my tech to be in tune with my emotional states. Maybe, as long as they still function and don't throw fits. Please no. Let's keep things traditional. What's your position? Check out the link in the show description below. There will be two links, one for the podcast, one for the Telegram channel where you can participate in this poll and hopefully interact with some other folks. So, emotive computing. Do I want computers to be sensitive to human emotion? Yes and no. I mean, if I'm getting really frustrated, a computer should know to stop doing the thing that's making me, pissed off. But at the same time, I don't want Google or whomever creating an emotional profile of me, which they then, sell to advertisers, maybe sell to, insurance corporations. Maybe they discover that people who are habitually engaging in violent fantasy are more likely to get some sort of chronic disease. Who knows? Not that I'm paying for health insurance. But as our algorithms get seemingly smarter, which is to say more competent at sussing out, our emotional state or our intentions, our desires, somebody will figure out that there's a profit to be made in giving us what we want. Whether it will be as profitable as, compiling profiles on us, predicting our behavior, and selling that information to interested third parties who don't have our best interest in mind, well, I don't have high hopes there. So clearly I'm channeling Shoshana Zuboff here and riffing on her surveillance capitalism book. I talked a lot about that, when the book was new. One thing that I think would make the world a better place, legitimately better place, and this is something that I touched on, or maybe Richard touched on in the end of our conversation, the podcast conversation that I mentioned at the top of this video. It would probably be good if everybody had access to a qualified therapist. Not going to happen. That costs money. People have less and less money all the time, as other things, housing, groceries, cost more and more all the time. So, probably people who have access to a therapist now are going to lose that access going forward. It would be very nice if every smartphone, or hopefully every pair of AR goggles or AR spectacles, which hopefully replaces the handset, cell phone, smartphone any day now. Not going to happen any day now, but I'm all over the place. I hope that everybody gets the ability or access to a trusted counselor type entity that they can talk to as they need to and feel better about their lives. Pretty much everybody has access to meditation apps, but you don't use them because it requires, a smidgen of discipline to form the habit. It's, that's too high a hill for a lot of folks, but a smartphone counselor could just, interject from time to time. It could, if it senses that you're feeling desperate, if it senses that you're feeling despair or acute loneliness or, something worse, and you're about to do something self-destructive or outwardly destructive, it could interject. It could ask you questions. How you feeling? What's going on? You want to talk? And it wouldn't have to be sentient. If it was about as good as Google Lambda, that could be good for a lot of people. Will the technology be put to that use? It seems like it should be, right? It seems like a no-brainer, but think about this. Texting and driving is, it's about as dangerous as driving just shit-faced drunk. You take your eyes off the road for long periods. You get emotionally caught up in conversations. It really focuses, your attention is devoted to the device. And, the real world life and death consequences that you should be monitoring through your windshield, those recede in importance and, people die. Every day. Every single day, people die because they're texting and driving. Get this. Google knows where your phone is. Google knows how fast your phone is going. Google could easily send you a text message and say, or a voice message, synthesized voice. It looks like you are in a moving car. Are you the driver? Google and Apple together could easily use the data that they are already collecting about you, your movements, via your phone. Wouldn't require you to, divulge any information about your emotional state or anything like that. Just where you are and how fast you're moving. With some easy text messages and without violating anybody's rights, they could reduce auto fatalities by thousands every year. And they don't. I mean, to me, it seems a no-brainer. The benefits are enormous. The societal benefits, the human benefits. But what about the financial benefits to those companies? Are they going to make any money doing this? No. So do they do it? No. So do I have high hopes that, as algorithms become more sensitive to human emotions, that information is going to be put to obviously beneficial applications? If they don't generate, returns, financial returns for those companies, they will not do it. That sucks. But, that's the world we live in. Yay, capitalism. But, do you want to live in the Soviet Union? You don't have the option. Not a choice. How about North Korea? All right. I'm going to stop. Actually, I stopped hours ago, but technical mishap. I had to re-record the end. Calls to action. The usual stuff. Talk to you later.